Well, we've had more than an inch. One inch. 2 inches. 3 inches. And there's been no erosion that I can see. It's the 22nd of October now. The Yankees Gap initiated wildfire has not as yet been declared at blackout. It is declared as under control but being patrolled or kept an eye on to the west of us here up in the Wadbilliga. It's burnt out in excess of 19,000 hectares at this stage. But with this rainfall, Punu Kurunpa itself is at blackout. That rain has topped this little tank up. You can see here that the brush-tail possum scats that are absolutely everywhere would indicate they're doing all right. They would have come up on here to drink of the fresh rainfall rather than going down to the creek. On our last visit, the foliage of the area was in the main not turgid, so therefore lacking in moisture. So they would have been quite pleased with this rain. A lot of lyrebird activity. We passed a couple on the running the track on the way in. We've got healthy looking swampies working the area. Life is returning. The moss is trying to reattach itself, but as you can see, the lyrebirds are relying heavily on this area and giving it a darn good workover. Green shoots starting to appear everywhere. Up in the hot sections, the leaves have dropped and you can just see black stumps, skeletalised trees up there now. A lot of the areas where the fire went through it on the ground only, the heat dried the leaves. They're starting to drop more and more, which is making those trees that have still got their green canopy the more evident. This is the immediate hut pool, now running freely. What we do need, but, is a flushing flow, that is a minor fresh, to clean it out. Milk vine starting to get some leaves on it that aren't being eaten just here. Lamandra longifolia coming back to life quickly. Bootlace bush which is this one here, even starting to grow leaves. The sallywattles are doing well again. There's indigo in flower. It's doing well. Indigo australis, that is. The sandy loam of the creek edge is lovely and wet and more than ready for the plants. Hazel pomodera starting to get its leaves back on. Brogo pomodera starting to get ready to go into flower. This little remnant here starting to look a lot healthier. The bracken's on the way back. Slender tea tree, of course. The martyr starting to look healthy again. Last time there was a distinct loss of turgidity in the leaves. Whole area in this sandy loamy soil has been worked over, particularly by the lyrebirds. Solanum starting to come back there. What we need to do to get the water back to its normal level is for it to be there. Different tea tree species, hard to say which one's which. Seedlings growing there, but this is the start of the recovery. Nonetheless, coming towards the end of October, and the fire has not been declared out yet. It's still declared as under control, which means it's being patrolled to the north of us here, up in the Wadbilliga. And one of the problems with what's happened is the weeds will start to come back. Being eaten, but this here is stinging nettle on its way back. We get plenty of that on these flats. Good bush tucker. We want as much of this growing as soon as possible. It's a native grass, and the quicker it grows back, the better for the wildlife. Good tucker for them. Prickly heath in flower, if you can see the small little things there.